Today, we're doing something a little different. Normally, I would do this type of video on TikTok, but Eero sent us some Smackin sunflower seeds. We've got almost every flavor. We don't have the new jalapeno cheddar ones. That's okay. He sent us his extras of the Smackin sunflower seeds he was sent, and I feel like we should do a full taste test and ranking. Obviously, let's go ahead and start with the OG original, because where else would you start if not the OG? That did not open correctly at all. Poor design. All right, we're into the first bag suddenly. That was weirdly more difficult than I expected. So I normally eat Spitz sunflower seeds, not anything else. I'm not a big fan of David's, or there was another one that I just had. Not a big fan of those seeds, so we'll see how Smackin stacks up. So this is just the original, which is just going to be salt. If you guys have seen my streams, especially the D&D ones, I'm big on snacking on sunflower seeds. For just an original salty, these are actually like almost perfectly seasoned. They're not super over salted. The seed itself even has good flavor and is not as gross as a lot of other regular seeds that I have tried. Now, as I said, I'm not a huge fan of just original salted sunflower seeds, but those are pretty good. I'm gonna rate those as like a 6 out of 10 for an OG, because I'm shocked at how good that was for just a salted seed. Let's move on to what I have been mostly snacking on in lately, which normally mine is a Spitz black pepper or cracked pepper, but let's try the Smackin cracked pepper. Let's hope it tears correctly this time. That one tore better. All right. Let's do a little less seeds here. Those are not as good. It's almost like they use like the really fine grind, like table pepper, which is just not tasty. I'm shockingly disappointed in those. Like, they're not awful. They're not the worst cracked pepper seed I've ever had, but I wouldn't choose those over my regular ones. Those are weird, man. Not a huge fan of those. After the disappointment that was those, let's go ahead and move on to another seed I'm always a big fan of. Let's try some dill pickle. They've all kind of smelled the same, which is a little odd. Ooh. Those have a really good dill flavor. I don't know if it's actually a pickle flavor, but it is very dill forward, which is good. I don't hate them. I think those are the best ones so far. The cracked peppers, I'm giving like a 3 out of 10. These ones, I'm gonna go 7. I think those are a 7. By far the best one so far. All right, I think now is when I try the one I'm most afraid of. Cinnamon churro. I don't know how I will like a sweet sunflower seed, but it's fair to give it a true chance. Those are very sweet. Oh my God. I'm a little mad because these are delightful. How much, like, do these have added sugar? Yeah. Huh. That's wild. But yeah, I can't lie. Big fan of the churro. I really thought I'd hate those. Those are probably gonna go just as a, I think just a 7 also. All right, let's try our backyard barbecue. Ooh, those smell barbecuey, and I don't know if that's in a good way or not. They almost smell like a Lay's barbecue chip. They almost taste like it, just a lot less sweet, which I actually don't hate. They taste like they were smoked with a bunch of meat. That's weird. But I kind of like it. So far, the only seed I don't like is what is normally my favorite seed, which is odd. I'm going to put these with the OG original at like a 6. They're not perfect, but they're good. And finally, the ones I've been most excited for, this is one of my favorite, both like sauces and for like wings and just flavor profiles in general. The garlic parmesan. These ones open, these bags, I don't know if I like the just corner open because they don't open well every time. That's a lot of seeds. But these were the ones I'm most excited about. Hopefully they don't fail me. Very garlic forward. And not in like the worst way, but I don't. The parm is almost like an afterthought, but they're still kind of pleasant. But yeah, these are strange. Not as good as I expected, but not as bad as I thought they could have been. I think the entirety of Smackin rates at like a 6-ish on a scale out of 1 to 10. Not the best seeds. The actual seed quality itself is better than like a David's, which puts these closer to Spitz in that regard. The flavors are just a little odd. I don't hate them. Don't know if I'd buy them though. But I think I'm also going to put these at about a 6 out of 10. We can go over this again. The two best were cinnamon churro and dill pickle. Those were the two best seeds. Then the OG original, garlic parm, and backyard barbecue were all 6 out of 10s. They're all right. And unfortunately, the cracked pepper is a 3 out of 10. These were not good. Don't buy those. But there you have it. A little sunflower seed ranking and tasting. Let me know your thoughts on Smackin down below if you've tried them. And let me know what other things I should put in my mouth what other things I should taste test next. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you in the next one. Peace.